Bro, my lips are so destroyed. Bloody nose gang over here. Another bloody nose, everybody. Just my luck. Just my luck.
Yeah, based from that intro, that's pretty much the best way to describe how Accutane is like. It's an emotional roller coaster. What's up everybody, it's Scott here, and in today's video I am going to tell you guys about my Accutane journey before I got into Accutane, during the 6-month treatment, and pretty much what life is like after Accutane. So basically, one of the main reasons why I am making this video is because it has been nearly a year since I have took my last dosage of Accutane, and I said to myself, why not make this video for those that are considering taking Accutane or that are on Accutane that can probably relate to this video or probably take this video into consideration when considering making that choice. Now, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I'm hoping that it'll be like around 10 to 15 minutes, but we'll see what happens though. With that said, everybody, let's get into the first part. So basically, the first part of the video is just me telling you guys pretty much my experience of getting bad acne, like throughout my high school years and pretty much my first semester of college. So basically, throughout that time span, I put in like a lot, and I mean like a lot of body lotion into my face, not knowing that body lotion and face moisturizer are two completely things. And after telling my sister that I use body lotion instead of face moisturizer, she just told me that I was an idiot, and honestly I don't blame her for calling me that, because at the time I thought they were just the same thing, and I learned that the hard way. And another reason why I got like a lot of acne like throughout those years was because I kept like touching my face like all the time, like due to like the dirt building up, like from the oil building up, and it'll just like lead to more and more pimples down the road, and it's not a pretty sight to see. And another thing is that like sometimes, I'll admit this, sometimes I don't wash my face because number one, I either fall asleep and forget, and number two, I'm just completely lazy and just forgetful. And obviously that turned to be a horrible decision down the road, considering that I had to take Accutane to take care of my pimple problems. And to be quite honest, I think that's pretty much like the main premises of why I got like bad acne like throughout my teenage years. I mean, I could say to you guys like the typical we're all teenagers, we all get acne, hormones, etc., but I would rather tell you guys like from my point of view of how I got bad acne, instead of telling you guys like the generic story that pretty much everyone says. So I think it'll be kind of cool to say that out loud, even though looking back in hindsight, not a smart choice. But hey, my face is clear and I couldn't be happier, so I can't complain. Now with that said, let's get into the second part of the video, which is going to be about the nitty gritty, which is going to be about the most important part, which is obviously what you guys are watching, the Accutane treatment. Like, how has Accutane changed my life? Like, how is Accutane really? So I want to say this really loud and clear. Only take Accutane if it's a last resort, because if you just have a bad breakout, that bad breakout may just go away within like a month. But for me, I literally tried everything. I tried topicals, I tried face masks, I tried face cleansers, I've tried antibiotics, like I tried everything in the book, and honestly, it didn't work out for me. And after consulting with like my dermatologist about like my situation and trying basically everything that I just said, she pretty much recommended me on taking Accutane. And not gonna lie, I was kind of scared and hesitant on doing it, like due to like everything that I read and researched, but I knew that Accutane was probably like the only way to have like a clear face again. So I just went on board and said, let's do it. Now, I don't want to scare anybody that's considering taking Accutane, but this is pretty much like from all the YouTube videos and pretty much from my own experience from taking it, it's that your acne is going to get worse before it gets better. What I mean by that is because considering that the Accutane is already new to your body needs like a couple weeks to get accustomed to the drug, and pretty much all it does is just pretty much like stops oil production in your face. And once that happens, your face starts to get like a bit more reddish, you start to get like more pimples. But don't worry, because like after like a couple weeks have gone by, your face will start to get a lot better. And trust me, because like after the end of month 2, I really saw a huge difference between from the end of month 2 to pretty much much like the first couple weeks of taking Accutane, from like your face being like all red, being all puffy, like being like having a lot more acne than you originally started, to like pretty much your face starting to be a bit more clearer. So that's some good news if you are considering taking Accutane. Remember, Accutane is a dangerous drug. And the next part I'm going to talk to you guys about is just pretty much like the side effects of Accutane. So I feel like this part of the video is going to be like the most important, to make sure that before you actually take the drug, at least you're wary of what you're about to take and like what you're experiencing throughout like the 6 months or whatever, how long you're supposed to be on it. So the side effects that I pretty much had, I wrote it on my phone so that I don't get like confused or anything. The side effects that I had gotten were a dry face, chapped lips, dry patches of skin, especially on my hands, neck, and on my ankles, joint pain, especially on my spine. Sleeping at night was not fun during that time span. A lot of bloody noses, mood swings, and don't forget that your skin gets really sensitive to the sun. You need to put sunblock immediately after you're done with putting on moisturizer on, because if you don't, your skin is just going to be so irritated by the sun, and it's just going to be a horrible day if that happens. Trust me, that day sucked by not putting on sunblock. Another side effect that's really important, especially if you're a female, is that if you contract a pregnancy, you're pretty much forced to abort the baby, because pretty much the drug components that Accutane has does not help the baby's development, and pretty much it'll most likely lead to like a birth defect, like if you do proceed to have the baby. And pretty much like I just got that from like pretty much from the manual, that from my own Accutane packet, and pretty much from like all the other YouTube videos I watched. So it's important to keep that in mind, so be wary of that if you're a female watching this. And another important side effect that I do want to bring up is that if you have depression, I would really consult your doctor or your dermatologist about this, because like, not going to lie, like I said, mood swings for me was one of the side effects that I experienced, and holy hell, I experienced a lot of mood swings. Like, I was so angry at times, especially like during the early phases of like when my face wasn't clearing up. I was like, can you hurry up and do your thing, Accutane? And another thing was that I just felt sad. I wanted to cry at times, like due to like the mood swings and like the effects of the drugs. But yeah, just keep in mind that like anybody can pretty much experience any of these side effects, but it's also important to know that everybody's Accutane journey is going to be different. Some people may not even experience depression. Some people may not even experience bloody noses. If you do, must be nice. But I just want people to be wary of the side effects, and if you don't get some of the side effects, consider yourself really lucky. And another thing that's really important to know is that if you have a lot of acne scars like I did when I started taking Accutane, those usually take the longest to heal, because I didn't see anything besides my acne scars healing up. Like the whiteheads were healing, the regular size acne was healing, everything was healing except the scars. The scars are just gonna stay there until pretty much the end of your treatment, and I was fortunate enough to not see any more scars on my face. So just be mindful if you have acne scars like I did in the beginning. Those usually take the longest. The Accutane's working. It got rid of the big pimples, and it's just now doing the work to get rid of like the acne scars that you had created throughout the years. So don't pop your pimples. Now, the last part of the video is just going to be talking about how life is like after Accutane. And like I said before in the beginning of the video, that it has been nearly a full year since I took my last dosage of Accutane, so that's really good. So basically all I've been doing like throughout the past year, like to keep my face clear, is just all I use is like this Neutrogena orange face wash. I'll insert a picture of like what product I've used to wash my face along with hot water. That's pretty much like all I've been doing just to clean my face throughout the entire year. So now another thing that's important to know is that personally for me, I got like a couple pimples back. I got like 1 or 2 pimples that came back like after my treatment, but the good thing is that like I didn't break out like I used to do. So I just want you guys to be wary that once you are done with taking Accutane, you don't be surprised if you gain like a couple pimples back. And You don't have to do this, but for me, I personally took track of like my Accutane journey throughout the 6 months. And if you guys do want to see a YouTube video about my journey, it's gonna be down below in the description, and it'll be up here if I put it. So yeah, so let's just do a quick takeaway from the video. So basically, if you are considering taking Accutane, only do it if it's a last resort. If you just have a bad breakout and if you think that you need to see a dermatologist about it, consult to them, but make sure that you've tried everything like antibiotics, topicals, etc. Because if you haven't tried it, try those first before taking on Accutane, because Accutane is really dangerous considering the side effects that I just said before. And another thing that's important to know is that everybody's Accutane journey is different. Some people may get a clearer face more faster while others take a longer time. Just remember that at the end of the day, your face is going to be clear, and that everything that you've went through is going to be so rewarding, because like once you realize that your last dosage is done, you get a clear face, everything that you've went through, all the mood swings, all the bloody noses, they're all going to be worth it. I promise you that. And one important announcement to make is that this is going to be the last video that I'm going to be making about acne related, because the content that I want to produce for you guys will be revolved around college, short films, and perspective videos. And hopefully if you do enjoy this video, and if you are considering taking Accutane, please make sure to leave a like on this video. Comment down below your experiences if you have taken Accutane. Let me know how your progress is going, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this channel, as it will help out with the growth of this channel. Who knows where this channel is going to be within like 3 months, a year, who knows. And one more thing, if you guys have any more questions relating with like Accutane, or if you guys just want to have a conversation, just DM me on Instagram or Twitter. My Instagram is @ScottyDoesn'tKnows, and my Twitter is just basically my name, @ScottOberes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Take care.